Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story, unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done. If you want to support this channel and the stuff that I do, just search Unlimited Story on Kindle and Kindle Vella. Like, my stuff's right there. Otherwise, I have links in the description below. In this video, I am going to be covering, what am I getting myself into? The Omegastar Connection. So, here's what it's about. It's by Case Glidewell. And it's a top favorite, and it's got a fancy crown on it. I'm super jealous. Here's what it's about. Lance and his android partner, Cree, are fixers, the people that get their hands dirty for the corporations that span across the known universe, as long as the price is right. When a basic security job escorting an important shareholder's son back to his home planet from vacation goes sideways, the two have to set out on an investigation to find where the boy is and get him back. Things are not as they seem as a conspiracy spanning further than Lance ever could have imagined comes to light. We got cyberpunk, mystery, noir, android, spaceship, adventure, far future. Also, I gotta say, I am a big fan of this graphic, though it has nothing to do with the actual characters. It kind of gives me an idea okay, this is what they're gonna be traveling in, at least. So let's get started. So I just read the Omegastar Connection, and first thing I gotta say is I scrubbed up, and that android's name is C, not Cree. So that was my bad. Very sorry to that android. And let's get into it. Main character, he totally reminds me of that dude from Guardians of the Galaxy, Quinn. Yeah, Quinn. That's who I think he is. And the android, he's the Iron Giant. He's just a miniature version. And I shouldn't say miniature, he's 7 feet tall or whatever. But that is what your main character and supporting character look like. What do? Well, the story starts out, hey, we're flying through space, avoiding pirates. Very good choice. Gets you right into the action. If action is what you're trying to sell people on, then that's great. They basically land on a planet. They're damaged. They go check out what's on this world that's basically a giant city. They go to a bar, of course there's drinking, and they get a job. Hey, they get a job, which is, they're just moving the plot forward. And next thing you know, they pick up this little, rich kid, which has these killer looking arms that, so I guess they chopped off the arms and put in these really cool prosthetic ones. And he's got this dragon, I don't know if it's a dragon tattoo or dragon monitor tattoo or whatever, but it sounds really sweet. So essentially that is the entirety of the first 3 episodes. They go, get shot up by some pirates for a little bit, go to a planet, get a job, and they're transferring rich dragon tattooed kid around space. And I gotta say, I enjoyed the story. There wasn't a ton of detail, which is totally fine by me because sometimes detail bogs you down and it gives you a lot of opportunity to kind of imagine things for yourself. I did get this really nice gritty kind of feel. It's a little bit darker than like a Star Wars, right? When I think of Star Wars, I'm like, oh, everything's pretty and colorful and space ninjas and so on. This just felt like just a bit grittier, as if Han Solo and Chewbacca were doing everything and they needed a job sometimes. So yeah, it was pretty good. One of the things that was really enjoyable is the corporate side. It was very clear in the world building that corporations play a big role in this, as well as obviously money and currency and all that jazz. So I found that very intriguing, and I would like to know a little bit more about that. Not that I felt like it was lacking anyway, because it didn't go into any description, probably because it's being saved for later on in the story. But I just want to say that I felt it was lacking in that just, hey, I wanted a little bit more information why these corporations are the way they are, why, I don't know, they're being brought up the way they are. And also, I gotta say that the cyberpunk portion of the story, which I'm not into cyberpunk, I know very little about it, but they have these little enhancements that allow them, he got an ad, I thought that was really interesting. But man, can you imagine that in real life, how annoying that would be? You just I'm already inundated with ads, but now they're popping up in my face. That does not sound enjoyable in the slightest. No, thank you. My 1 sentence explanation for this entire... What? My light turned off? Great. Let's try this again. My 1 sentence kind of wrap up for the 3 episodes is... mercenary-esque dude and his robot chum go escort rich person to party house planet. I have really no idea what's actually happening. I mean, it's not that anything was explained, but I just really don't know why they're going there. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to have a great time. I have really no connection with this little brat other than the fact that I know that the main character and his robot want some dollars. So, did I like the story? Yeah, it was pretty good. Just, I wasn't confused by anything and everything was clearly written. I would say that if I was to write this story, I would end the third chapter on something that was like really, really interesting. Like he was about to engage with something. Like, okay, bratty dude's ship is getting attacked by whatever. They find out that it's totally not an attack. And I was like, oh, well, that was anticlimactic. Typically in these situations, you want to keep building up. You want to get some more, I don't want to say anxiety, but you want to get your readers like, oh, I'm getting hooked. Something happens. Oh, then you kind of build up. Brandon Sanderson did a great little explanation in one of his YouTube classes or whatever about how you can build up from there. So, I mean, it's fine. You do whatever you want to do. I was just like, oh, okay, something's going to happen. And I was like, oh, false alarm. And then the end of the chapter. So, and that is a wrap for the Omegastar connection. If you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing or at least checking out another one of my videos that YouTube recommends. If you would like to have your Kindle Vella story reviewed by me or whatever else I think that I'm doing, just, hit me up on Discord. Everything you need to know is in the description below. That's it. Peace.